Hello, welcome to Studio 7, everybody. I'm Mercedes.
Hello, and I'm Autumn. How is everyone today?
I'm
Are we
cold.
good? Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's colder inside than it is outside,
It is.
is
It's
what it
always
feels
cold
like.
in our studio, so just like, whew, it is cold today. But I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
We're just coming off a week with the kids. So
Yes,
really, I'm going to ask again. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, I'm coming back from vacation, so
Hmm
I'm good. But
Well,
it was a week off with Natalia, but
yeah.
it was good. We had a
But y'all
good
went on
vacation.
vacation, right?
Well, yeah, we were staycationing, so we went to a bunch of different places while we were out and about. But I
Mm.
had to keep her busy because a 5-year-old has ants in the pants all
Now,
the time.
does she use you as her entertainment, or does she just
Oh,
come when she needs? Oh, I'm hungry, and then she goes about her way.
no, we're playing. You like, we'll have to be playing something all day. And
Oh
in the midst of that is,
no.
I'm hungry, or, let's get some food now. Or, yeah, no, we are busy all the time.
Yeah, and you know what? Before we talk about my week, Connie, you bring up a really good point. We're back live and kind of normal. I don't know about kind of normal. Are we ever kind of normal? No.
I mean, normal shouldn't even be a word,
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
right?
But we appreciate that you guys still watch the show, even if we are pre-taped.
Right.
There are times where, because everyone knows that I am going through cancer treatment, that I can't be here, or
Mm-hmm.
we need vacations. Autumn was on vacation last week, so we pre-tape
Vacation.
shows because it's important to us that you guys always have content.
Yeah, and sometimes weather gets in the way, or Bobe's doing
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
with the bills and whatnot. So we're
yeah.
always busy.
Yeah, so we appreciate that you guys are faithful in watching Studio 7. We really do take time to come up with great topics, and we enjoy working this together and bringing you guys great topics. So thank you for watching, whether we're live or in kind of normal,
Mm-hmm.
or whether the show is pre-taped, because we still put the same amount of love into each
Right.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Okay, so we were talking about being away for the week.
Mm-hmm.
I
How was your time?
you Can you see my face? Like, I could not run out of my house fast enough this morning. Like, I
To come to work?
I could not, because I took some time off. And look, I love when our kids are home because we get more time to connect with them. But my kids think that I am their entertainment. And so what I did was, when Jemiah came to me and said, "I'm bored." It was Monday morning
Oh
at
boy.
8:58.
Wow.
I said, "Well, you know what we can do? Let's reorganize the fridge."
Yeah. Let's
Do
clean
you know
a
they did not come
room.
to me the
Yeah.
rest of the week? They avoided me because I'm like,
Oh.
girls, like, we spend money on the games, and we do games with them.
Hmm.
But y'all got there's so many things that y'all can get into and play together. And it seems like when my girls are home, they fight triple time
Right.
because
Yeah,
they drive each
because
other nuts.
yeah, they're each other's entertainment, and sometimes you just can't take it anymore. I would think, right?
Yeah. So it was great to have them home. I don't remember having this many days off though when I was in school. Did we have this many days off? Like, we had a 2-week vacation.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a February like week break that like there is now.
Hmm
I
hmm
think it was like 2 weeks in April, like
Yep.
Easter
Yep.
time or something,
Yep.
but I don't ever remember a February one.
Yeah.
But now a lot of kids only have a week in April and then a week in February too. But then
Jeez.
some others, I know
Hmm
North Tonawanda, they're 2 weeks in April and they only have President's Day and then the Tuesday off. So they only have like a little mini break
Yeah.
for this past week.
Yeah.
So there are ones that do the longer time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it was cold last week, but we have a little bit of a heat wave happening right now, right?
I know. How good did it feel? Which is just sad to say, honestly. But how good did a 50-degree day? On my car thermometer, it said 55. So I say, okay, it's probably near 50 degrees.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
breezy. It was a strong wind, but at least it wasn't a bitter cold wind.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
out in some bitter cold wind over the past week, and today was very manageable. I
Yeah.
thought, anyway.
I felt like it was a heat wave. I'm super excited.
Right. There was sun. Things were melting. I could see my
Yeah.
roof again.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
It's the little things.
I would love to know for the folks at home, what do you do when we don't have the sun? Like, what
I
do we do?
think, I think you're on autopilot when it's not around. And then a day like today, I mean, it was fantastic. So I think it almost recharges you. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
things do become alive again.
Mhm.
Like there were birds chirping. Like it was nice.
My daughter the other morning, 2 days ago, she got up and it was a fan or something I had just turned on. And she goes, "Are those birds?" I'm like, "No, honey, they're not
No,
back
they're
yet.
not.
They're not back yet." She got so excited. We're like ready for the warm weather and the sun
Hmm.
but I think just about everybody in Western New York was in Florida last week.
A lot of people were. Now the problem, and don't get me wrong, 50 or 60 degrees and sunshine is way better than the teens that it was
Yeah,
here,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
But it was a cold week in Florida. Unless you got like really
Well,
far
define
south.
cold.
But it was like 55 on Thursday or Friday in like Orlando, which is kind of chilly.
Yeah.
That's chilly for them.
Mm.
And if you're going down there, you want at least 65 and you don't want rain.
Look, we'll
You
take
just
it all
want it to be
here.
perfect.
But if we
That's
go to
it.
Florida, you better be perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Florida, you better be the sunshine state for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, because we paid all that money to get there, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, we'll be right back. So I'm asking everybody online, what do y'all do when we don't have vitamin D that comes from the sun? What are we doing during the winter?
Yeah,
And
you're
we
taking
take a lot.
vitamins.
I'm taking vitamin D, my vitamin
Right.
B12.
I think, I don't, when you get a day like this and it hasn't been, I haven't been able to look it up quite yet because I don't know the official number that it was at the airport that kind of comes out about now or so. So if I know it was 49, don't know if it got to 50,
Hmm.
but I don't think we've been at 50 degrees in months.
We haven't.
So I
I
have
don't know
to,
that for a fact, but it
yeah.
feels like it.
I know it didn't hit that at all this month. I don't believe it was 50 at all in January. And I don't think I got back to December quite yet. Or no, I couldn't look up November for some reason.
Yeah.
But in any rate, when it becomes a day like today, you're like, okay, these breaks do come.
Yeah,
We
they
will
do.
get
They
out
do.
of this. We will turn to the next page. Because I don't know, I just feel like this winter has been a tougher one.
It has. You want to know what my son did last week? And I'm like, oh, why don't I think of this? Or why didn't I think of this? But we're going to do it now. He went to the botanical gardens.
I've been thinking about going there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
during the winter, that can absolutely lift your moods. I mean, you're around the
Oh,
plants
yeah.
and the fresh air and well lit. And so I'm like,
Warm.
that's yes. And I mean, it's hot in the botanical
Yeah.
gardens. So you feel like you're getting a bit of summer. And he went
Oh,
there with
yeah.
his friends and they had a good time. I'm like, probably because you guys were in some heat.
Get right. You felt like things were alive or doing good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then good food. I mean, of course, that gets me through. When can we watch Recipes for Life? So thank you, Kathy, for asking. Recipes for Life is every Tuesday and Thursday in the noon hour. So we have some good recipes that'll get us through the
Yeah.
winter too.
Yeah. You got to keep yourself busy.
So when you go out of town, do you cook or do you guys pretty much eat out when you're away?
We have the intention of cooking,
I like how you started that.
but primarily we eat out. Now, if we go with family, like if it's more than just us,
Hmm.
we we'll pretty much do like breakfast and lunch and then
Yeah.
we'll go out for dinners. Or if we do one dinner at home, we'll do, something out and about like during the day or
Yeah. Yeah.
whatnot. But most of the time, the dinners are out and we'll
That
have
makes sense.
like easy breakfast because everyone wants to, if we're in Florida, everyone, the kids are ready to go in the pool at 8
Oh
in the
yeah.
morning,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just let them because it's right there.
We're coming back, friends. Welcome back to Studio 7. We were just talking about when you go on vacation, are you eating out for the most part or are you cooking? When my husband and I went to St. Lucia with a group of friends a couple of years ago, I love to cook, but one meal we would eat out.
Right.
But
Yep.
yeah,
I think it can save you a lot of money. Like if you're going with a family of 5
Hmm.
and you're able to cook 1 or 2 meals a day in like an apartment or something like that at Airbnb,
Yeah.
you're saving
Yeah.
tons of
Yeah.
money.
It was like 10 of us, and that's a lot of money to save. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good amount of
Mm-hmm.
money to save. But so wait a minute. Grace is saying regarding the weather, it was 50 in December, according to Josh.
To
So it
Josh.
feels like months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must have been
Well,
2 months.
yeah, one day. I mean, granted, it's winter. I get that it's winter.
Uh-huh,
It's
uh-huh.
just it has been relentless, really.
It really
Like
has.
you get like a push of some warmth, the warm up of 45 degrees or
Hmm.
whatever,
Hmm.
and then it's back down to 20, and it feels like it's in the single digits, and then there's more snow, and
That's
then
true.
there's ice, and you can't get rid of it, and yeah, it's just
It's a lot.
yeah, needs to go away.
It's a. I'm with you. I'm with you. So I did something fun. Actually, no, I think it's fun.
Okay.
I looked up what people think about in the span of a day.
Oh, like how many times they think or what they think
What
of
we think about
what they think.
throughout the span of a day. So I would
Okay.
love for our friends that are online to chime in and tell us, what do you think about during the day? So I looked it up. Do you want to hear some of the things that people
Yes,
say
because
they
I'd
think
like
about?
to know if I fall in in like a lot of the category.
So number one, money. Number two, do I have enough money? Number three, gosh, will I have to go to work today? Number four, I'm going to skip the shower today. I can't bathe 3 days in a row.
Hmm.
Um,
I mean, that's a
five, gosh, I have added a few pounds to my waist. Six, those carbs, I have to grab a bite. Um, eight, and the struggle continues. Like, it's just, does this sound like normal at all for
um
you?
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't put a number on how many days I've showered in a row. I mean, the goal should be daily.
Yes,
However,
yes,
I
yes.
can understand if a day gets skipped every once in a while. But I mean, that one threw me off just a touch.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, yeah, and I suppose so. Those
Yeah,
are all things that you think about a lot,
they
you
are.
know.
Is there anything that, if you were to create a list of the top three things that you think is reoccurring throughout the day, like there's a few of them on this list, not the bathing one.
Yeah.
But money, and do I have enough money? I've added a few pounds to my waist. Oh, give me those carbs. I'll take a bite. That literally happened like an hour ago for me.
Yeah, you're like, I should stop eating that stuff. That looks good.
Yes. So over the weekend, our next door neighbor came over because James, when he's been snow plowing the house, he's been snow plowing our neighbors' yards too. We didn't know, but our neighbor was going through a little bit of a struggle, health struggles, and we didn't know. But she came over and said, my husband was going through some struggles, and you guys helped us out so much. So she brought this
Aw,
huge cake, like enough for like
really?
probably 12 people. So yesterday after dinner, the kids had a slice. And so I brought the rest here for us to eat. And I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then about an hour ago, I did it.
Well, that's good.
I did it. But I struggled looking at that cake all day. I tried to eat other things, but diet is definitely, one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've everything in moderation. Now, I'm a very odd person in the terms of if someone had made you something or if there's something, if you have a potluck or whatever,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
bring things, and if someone didn't eat, a certain thing, like I would feel bad for the person that brought it. I'd feel bad, for the broccoli that no one ate or whatever it is. I'm like,
Mm.
okay, so I'd be the person that would go and have a little. So I
You would
would
you would eat it?
I would eat the cake just to even if I was like, no cake, no cake. This person spent their time and their energy and put
Mm.
some love into making a cake for you, and I'm like, I would eat it.
We are separate, or we're
Yeah.
we're different on that.
Yeah. No, I
Maybe
would
I'd pack
totally.
some to go.
Yeah. No, I I would
Pack
just
some to
I just
go.
feel bad. In my family, like they totally get me. They're like, Autumn, do not feel bad for the food. If
No,
someone
don't.
someone will eat it later. Like everything's fine. I'm like, but I just feel bad.
I
They
told
brought
you.
it.
Mm-mm. I told you how I feel about potlucks anyway. I'm not a big fan of potlucks. Okay, so people are talking about what they think about how to force myself to the gym. Oh, this is a good
Yeah.
one.
Sometimes
Am
you
I going?
just gotta go.
Yeah. Am I going to get a flat from the potholes in Buffalo?
You might lose your car in a pothole.
Yes. Yes.
There's this one leading into the McKinley Mall. There's a fitness. I don't know what the name of the gym is anymore because they change it so
Yeah. Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
But
They do change a
anyway,
lot.
in order to get into the entrance there, I'm not joking when I say you could lose half your car
I believe it.
in it. And
I
everyone
believe it.
goes extremely slow. And everyone that has gone through there already knows like which way to go in order to miss these big things. But every once in a while, you get a person that hasn't turned yet, and it's like, oh, that's not good.
Those potholes are brutal.
Yeah.
They are brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I think about what I need from the store and do I have enough money? I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Lack of money for food. Where did my energy go? And can I take a nap?
Where did my energy go? And the fact that you don't have time to take a nap.
Um, if you had time, are you a napper? I cannot do a nap. I just can't.
I can, but it has to be like a situation where like I don't have to take care of Natalia. If my husband's home and he's got her, then okay, I know I can nap. But she would be one to just be like, "Hey, mama, can we play this?" Like, do you see my eyes closed?
Eileen says the potholes at McKinley Mall will take the entire
Yeah.
car. Did
Oh
you say
yeah,
that?
she knows where I'm talking. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I love it. We'll be right back. Someone says, or LA Fitness. Vera says, or LA
Yeah,
Fitness.
it was LA Fitness, and then it was a Sporta, and I think it's becoming LA Fitness again, possibly, is
Mhm.
what I heard. But I haven't heard, like, I don't think I saw any signage that they have changed back. So who knows?
Yeah, those
It
potholes are
used to
doozies.
be BAC.
Oh,
That's how long I've gone there.
yeah,
My eyes watering.
yeah.
So yeah, my
Well,
goodness.
Terry said the potholes are terrible in Lockport.
Mm.
So there's a really good one that someone mentioned. Sometimes I wonder what my dog is thinking when she stares at me. Um, I wonder that all the time too.
And so Natalia likes to watch, we call it garbage. I'm like, okay, you can watch garbage for a few minutes. So it's like funny reels of animals doing
Yeah, yeah,
silly
yeah.
stuff or whatever.
You call
So
it garbage?
yeah. So she knows, like, when we put garbage in our body, like, if you're eating candy or Oreos or whatever like that, that's junk food. That's not good. We got to
Hmm.
fill your body with nutritious stuff.
Yeah.
So we'd say the same thing for our brain. I'm like, okay, you can watch garbage for a little while, but then no
Oh,
more. Then
oh, you're a tough one.
yeah.
You're
And then we got to like try to write sentences and we got to read
yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, there are these reels where the dogs, they have like these little pads that they can step on
Hmm.
and they'll say like hello or
Oh, yes, I've seen those.
see you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
there's some
I've
bad
seen those.
words in it.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, get off of that garbage.
yeah.
So sometimes I wonder, do they know those words or because are they actually
Oh, the
thinking it? Are
dogs?
they able to hit what they actually want?
That's
I'm
a
sure
really
they
good
know
question.
like treat sounds like treat. So they're like, I'm thinking of treat, so they hit it. So they must be thinking of it.
Yeah, I mean, if one says treat and you get a treat,
Yeah.
I would learn very quickly. You only have to do that one time. One time.
Ah.
Oh my gosh. Now, you have a goldfish, right? As far as pets,
Yeah, that's it.
we have, and it's a goldfish a pet?
It is. I have to take care of it.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a dog, and then my daughter just got a dog.
Oh boy.
So on Sundays, Mayla comes over.
I like that name. That's
Yes,
cute.
Mayla comes over, and her and Maverick just kind of run around. He's huge. She's teeny. She's like a terrier mix, and he's a pit mix, so he's huge.
Yeah.
And they just run all over the place, and we often wonder what they're thinking.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're just like, let me have fun. Fun,
Yeah,
fun, fun,
yeah,
fun,
yeah,
fun.
yeah. We often wonder what they're thinking. We're coming back. Did you fly? Y'all drove?
Mhm.
Welcome back to Studio 7. We're talking about vacations. If you are not joining us during the breaks, you need to join us online because we have a really good time. We love your comments. So join us on Facebook, X, or
YouTube.
YouTube. I always forget the YouTube one, but join us on those because we love your input. We love your comments. Um, so for your vacation, y'all drove?
We staycationed, so
I
everywhere we
thought you
went.
went away.
No,
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah, so
okay.
we drove everywhere we went.
Um, your next vacation, are you comfortable with flying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
comfortable.
mean, recently
That's
there's
what I
been
mean.
some
Yeah,
doozies of accidents,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't have a problem flying. I don't have a fear of it. I'm good.
Now I don't have a fear. Oh, I'm lying. I would say my fear before it was 75, 80% confident that I'm okay with it.
Hmm.
Now I don't know. Now I don't
Yeah,
know. Now I'm like, well, how far is that drive?
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think there's also the thought of, okay, if it's going to take you so long to, you have to arrive at the airport how many hours early?
Hmm.
What can you pack? Are you now having to pay for a bag in order to pack things that are over
It's
three
it's super
ounces? And,
expensive.
and then you have to get a rental car where you go. So I think all of that does play into, okay, well, how far you go? How far are you going?
Yeah.
To how long your drive would be if you just were able to, do it in one shot or whatever that might be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Florida's kind of far.
It
I
is.
would
It
always like
is.
to, I would rather fly a couple hours than spend 20 hours driving.
That's true.
So,
I have a limit of maybe once we get past like 7 hours,
mm-hmm.
if it's a group of us, I'm kind of over it. So anything within a 7 hour range, but we're getting ready to plan a family trip and we're going to Florida. And I'm like, I don't want to get on that plane though, but we're a family of six.
Yeah.
We're a family of six. So I would love to know, or we would love to know what you're all thinking when it comes to flying now. I mean, a lot of people have expressed, some fear and yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I never had, and I'll knock on wood, I've never had a bad flight experience with like bad turbulence. I mean, I've heard of people with horror
Mm-hmm.
stories on
Mm-hmm.
turbulence and,
Mm-hmm.
they landed fine and all fine and dandy. So I've never had like such a extreme experience with that. But then again, I think William had just said something about it's a landing and taking off, and that's where you see a lot
Mm-hmm.
of these disasters happening are right as you're landing or taking off. Like how many times do you think, okay, there's the runway, we're good? It's like no,
Yeah.
that
No. Mm-mm.
that could be bad.
No. So Danielle says, I can't fly by myself. I would love to hear more on that. So you need to fly in a group to be comfortable? I've never heard that one.
Or with more than one person. Like I could see that because you're
Yeah.
like you have all your stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like flying with other people. I
Yeah.
mean, I've flown with Natalia several times with just her and I, but and that could be stressful just because you've got the kid, you got to make sure that
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
they're always good.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we have flown with the kids. They were smaller, so I think now it'll be a different ball game. The older
Oh,
two,
sure.
no problem. But the younger two, I think it'll be fun this time around.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it'll be fun
yeah,
this time
for
around.
sure. I mean, and they're pretty self-sufficient at this point.
Yeah.
They can carry or roll all their own stuff.
Yes.
You're not
Yes.
trying to like carry backpacks and
Yeah.
cart them along too.
That's
Like
true.
use your feet.
That-
Let's go.
yes. So Danielle said, yes, I'd have to have someone fly with me. And that's understandable.
Yeah, because people get nervous if you have connections and you're getting off the plane and you're nervous being by yourself. And, where do you go? What are you looking at?
Yeah.
Are you going to the right place, especially if you don't fly a
Yeah.
lot?
Yeah.
So if, I mean, I can get how people can be nervous doing it
Yeah.
alone too,
Well,
or even with more than one person.
and then we have the pet peeves. We've
Of,
talked
oh,
about
yeah,
we've
on the
talked about the
plane.
pet peeves, but we talked about them a little bit ago.
Mhm.
It's been a bit
Yeah.
since we talked about it. And one of yours is what people that take their shoes off? Or no, you said you were okay
No,
with it.
yeah, I do it.
Oh. How would you guys feel if the person next to you took their shoes off?
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
No one would know that my shoe was off. I'm not putting my feet by my face. They're staying.
You're not, but people smell sweaty feet though.
If my foot smelled, I wouldn't be taking them out of my choose.
Mm.
However, I'm also in a row with just my family. Like I don't, there's
Oh,
not
okay,
other
okay, okay,
people
okay.
in my row.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
well then that's good then.
you know,
Yeah. You stay in your row with your family.
yeah.
No, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Right now, I am a little shaken due to some recent events, but I'm looking forward to always look forward to getting away with the family and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
yeah. It's all the memories,
yeah,
you know?
do you mind if people talk to you?
I don't really like to talk to people. I would rather just like read a book, kind of fall asleep.
Yeah, but if you sat next to someone like me and I started talking,
I would
what would you say?
I would talk. I wouldn't ignore you. Like that's very rude.
Mm,
But I don't think I would
you would
no.
just answer the question and turn your head back to your book?
I mean, it depends. I think if you're engaging in a good conversation, like, you know, that kind of can make things go by faster. And
Yeah,
especially if you're dealing with people that you might see them struggling or having a hard time with
yeah,
flying if they're
yeah,
nervous.
yeah,
And if you can help them get over that, like you gotta, you know,
yeah,
I would read the room a little bit, read the
yeah,
plane
yeah, yeah.
and keep talking or whatever. But for the most part, I would stay quiet. I wouldn't be a conversation starter. I would be a quiet one.
Oh, okay. See,
Hmm.
that's me. I'm a cart watcher and a conversation starter on a cart
Well,
watcher in the grocery
it
store.
should go by fast then. You should be all right on that plane.
Thanks for watching Studio 7, everybody. Have a good day.
She's holding up the card.